Thomas Trading Channel. Happy Tuesday to you. That's a green looking daily candle right there. And I'm going to dive straight in with the price action because why wait? I hope you're all well and you had a lovely day and you've enjoyed some of this upside move. Okay, so this is the daily chart, as you can see, with 5.5 hours left to go. It's a nice bullish looking green candle there. And it also did as I was hoping, in as much as yesterday closed above this little blue line, which was had proved to be the daily resistance, and following that closure, the rest of today has been also to the upside, as indeed momentum remains. So that's pretty cool. I wonder if this will actually start getting going now, although I am suspicious that there may be another revisit to the top of the range and then a big pullback back into the range for a period of time, but I don't know that. Anyway, the 4 hour obviously puts a bit more meat on the bones. Yeah, meat on the bones, that's the right expression. So this trend line's held out throughout, and you can see yesterday I was referring to, forget rid of that. Also, what's that doing? That's no use. I talked about this sequence of, these three parts of price action, 3 bits of price action, which were indeed a high, a lower high, and then I was looking at this, and I said if Bitcoin was to basically close back down below that blue line, that would make this another lower high. But indeed it hasn't really, and it has maintained itself above the blue line and then moved up. It looks like it wants a bit more too, but we shall see. I think it's very likely to start getting some resistance anywhere from probably 71.5 to 72, and then almost certainly, if indeed it did continue its way up, it almost certainly would get resistance from about 73 to 73.5. Now, before I come into a couple of possibilities, you can see that the 4 hour momentum is indeed still to the upside. So the 4 hour, the daily, and the weekly momentum are to the upside. So that makes you think, well, probably this trend is going to continue. How much further? Well, that remains to be seen. And I will at this point pop my range top back on, because it's just nice to have a point of reference. And you can see that's coming in at, it's more like 73.5, but 73.5. So a fair amount of distance between my Bitcoin is now and there. I don't know, I might wake up tomorrow and it is broken right through the top. But I think that's less likely. But we'll see. It's just started pouring it down with rain outside. I swore I wasn't going to do any more weather forecasts on my trading channel, but I happened to just slip one in there, mainly because one of my dogs, Steve, I got the window open because it's hot, sunny weather, and he just sort of sloped over towards me, having heard the rain pelting down outside. So anyway, back to the price action. So yeah, nice upside move, probably more to come, and we'll see where the dice land on this one. Effectively, I would suggest that the middle of the range is still around, let's just mark it out. Let's just mark it out for you and I to see. If I can pick up my marking tool, that would be useful. So the middle of the range is there, and let's do that as a dotted line, and then yeah, the middle of the top half of the range is about 69,000. So I'd like to see Bitcoin maintain daily closures above 69,000 now. It's very close to where this blue line is. And if it was to do that in an increasing with an increasing bias towards buying, so something like this. So let's just say this move gets up to about there, pulls back, and then does this sort of thing. That would look very positive for then an impulsive move to the upside. And that's what I mean by a sort of increasing buying pressure up against resistance. I talked about the reciprocal of that going on here, and I said you can't tell if it's going to break to the upside or the downside, but indeed momentum was to the upside on the time frames that I look at, and lo and behold it did. So that was good. At the end of this week, if Bitcoin doesn't break and start closing above the top of the range this week, that I think will be 15 weeks within the range, which is amongst the longest periods of consolidation in this bull run. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, so this week would be the 15th week, if indeed it doesn't break out. And like I said a few videos ago, whenever Bitcoin has been in a consolidating phase, the weekly candles that led to resolution of the range was a rather bullish one and a rather large one. So I'd like to see something similar cause resolution of this range, and it's not there yet, but it is only Tuesday. But that weekly candle doesn't look worthy to be the one that's going to shrug off this potentially 15 week range. What else have I got to say? I think, how many minutes is that? 7.5. Yeah, I think I've covered most things there. Probably more upside, and as I said, resistance would likely start to become an issue somewhere from sort of 71.5 to 72.5 in the short term. All right, okay. Take it easy, guys. Oh, and if you've enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. And if you haven't enjoyed the video, I'll be doing it again tomorrow, so don't come back. Okay, goodbye.